It says we are live and I am going to need your help today. We're going to talk about a giveaway. And so you want to tell all your friends about this giveaway. Also, we're going to talk about learning about yourself and tuning into yourself and creating the true self that you were created to be. So during this time that we're going to be dancing and clicking, and as you know, the algorithms are being garbled for the classroom, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or even BitChute. I still have not been able to put up the video for Dr. Lorraine Day. And we're going to talk about that giveaway too tomorrow. Or we're going to talk about it today, the giveaway for tomorrow. So text tag, tell everybody that you know, help us grow the classroom. Against all odds, we're going to share this information with the world. So let me go ahead and start the recorder. So today we're going to do a lot of soul searching. So I hope you have your soul shovel with you so that you can dig until there's only truth. We're going to talk about a giveaway, actually 2 giveaways and more. So fasten your seatbelt. It's time to get in the moment and it's time to dance. Here we go.
The Lillian McDermott Show.
We love, we fear. Bridges we burn, we make mistakes, then we live and learn. When life gets tough, and it seems like your best ain't good enough. If you're in need of hope, you know where I'll be right here, right here. And when you need a friend, you can count on me. I'll be right here, waiting for
you. This is the place you can always turn to when you need a friend. The Lillian McDermott Show. To reach out to Lillian, visit her on the web at whenyouneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Hello, my listening and viewing friend. It's so nice we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. For those of you who are tuning into the classroom for the first time, we're talking about 2 giveaways today, so this is a good one. So please know I've been waiting for you. Please know that this is a safe place where you can go to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal. And it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as my viewing friend, will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. Now, I wonder how many of you are struggling with your identity right now, trying to figure out who you are, what you want, what are you about, what does your creator want for you? Many of us haven't had the education or I'm not even talking about school education. I am talking about parental mentors, people to help you learn new truths about the way you should think, maybe think about when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You've heard me say that before, but I'm talking about how to resolve conflict, how to look at your life for who you really are, not what you want people to think you are, not what you want people, what people want you to be, but who you truly are, and be okay with it. Be able to speak your truth and say it in a way that's loving and non-threatening, and be okay not only speaking truth, but also hearing it and saying, wow, I just was speaking to someone recently, and I had to be hard on this person. I had to really be hard on this person. And her response was, I receive you. I receive it. And I thought, that's a very interesting, loving way to say, I'm listening, I'm absorbing it. And I thought, well, she taught me a terminology to say, instead of saying, yeah, I hear you, I receive it. And so today we're going to talk about receiving information from places that perhaps maybe we haven't looked at, within ourselves, even within ourselves. So I ask you, are you okay with who you are? Do you find yourself so busy all the time that you don't take care of yourself? Listen, I'm busy, but I always find the time to spend time with God, to spend time pampering myself. Even if I can't go and get a massage or go and have somebody do a manicure on me, I figure out ways to do that for myself. I do my nails pretty much every time. You'll see a different color or whatever. That's my way of pampering myself. That's giving myself the time. During that time, I might watch something that I've been wanting to watch, or researching through listening to a video or a documentary or something to that effect. But I work things out. Trust me, not perfect on this yet. Room to grow. We all have room to grow, but I've worked out different ways that I can stop and give something to myself. And so I'll ask you the question: who are the top 5 people in your life? Who are the top 5 people? Write it down. Oh, I hope that you've come to today's classroom with your notebook, and you always come with a pen and paper to write your notes with, because you'll probably just retain 10% of what you hear. Fortunately, we have this recorded so that you can watch it whenever you want and rehear what is being said. Perhaps you missed it the first time, perhaps you missed it the second time, but that third time you heard it, or that 10th time you heard it, that's when it sunk in. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me quite a bit. So today I am going to talk about tuning into yourself. But when I say tuning into yourself, I'm not just talking about me, myself, and I'm talking about the creator who created you, God within you, because God is in us, Jesus is in us. And because God can do all things, that little spark of God in us is enough to help us do great things as well. And so we're going to talk about limiting beliefs. We're going to talk about the way we kind of, instead of saying, I receive it, like my friend said, I receive you, we can say, I am also aware of different things in my life. And I'm aware that I'm using certain words or certain things to just push you away. I don't know if that makes sense, but I've been getting lots of texts lately and emails about uncertainty, about certain words. And so the words are perhaps maybe conspiracy theory or new age. What does it mean? Well, I can't tell you what new age or conspiracy means to you. I can tell you what it means to me. One size does not fit all. And I've said this over and over and over again. I don't care what doctor is in the classroom, what teacher is in the classroom. One size does not fit all. And so in bringing this information to you, just like the information also is brought into me, we can pick and choose the things that resonate with us, and the things that are important that don't resonate with us, we can take the time to research why. Why is this important information not resonating with me? Is it that I'm not ready for this? Is it that it's too much for me to give up if I accept this, or if I embrace this, and whatever this is just not the right time? So what is it for you? Are you ready? Are you looking at your life right now and say, I'm not being true to myself. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want. I don't know how to get it. Everybody else has it, so I'm going to compare myself to them. But I want what they have. I would trade my life right now if I could just have what they have. If you've ever said that, stop that right now. stop it, because your life is exactly what it needs to be. And if you're not content with your life right now, then you need to trust the process and ask God to guide you and direct you to where you and he or she wants you to be. So with that in mind, I'm going to go through these questions. I want to go through these questions for you. And if you have something to write with, I want you to, without even thinking, just write down whatever comes to mind. Not when I say not thinking, well, of course, there's a thought process, but I don't want you to overthink it. I want you to just write it down. And I want you to really look at how you've responded to these later, not now, just later. Okay. So the first one is, who am I? That's the first question. Have you ever asked yourself, who am I? Answer the question. Who am I? I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a grandmother, I'm a great grandmother, but I'm also someone who is creative and loving and trusting, and someone who is a businesswoman. I am more than just what you see. There's a depth within me that you may not ever discover, but you might judge a certain way. But me, if I answer that question, who I am a child of God, and everything God touches is perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but God has touched me in a way that helps me see, even in my mess, perfection. I don't know if you get that, but even in my mess, perfection. So I want you, if you have a question, I promise you that at the end, I will look at your questions unless I have a little break to look at them. Type in a Q, and then I will answer your question in the Teacher's Pet Corner, because I do want to have a Teacher's Pet Corner with you, because I absolutely love my time with you. So, so today, for those of you who have never met me, and you're tuning in because you know that we are giving away one seat to the live session, to the emotion code session, and maybe you tuned in today because somebody tagged you. Stay tuned, because I'll tell you how to win that as well. So we are, or maybe you tuned in because today's the last day to put your name in the winner's basket to win Isla Hall's giveaway. I have to honor Isla, who loves Dr. Day, and she donated this DVD, and she also donated the Exodus. So we'll probably do another giveaway once that's done, and we're almost complete with that one. So stay tuned, because I will tell you how you can win. Now, and again, ask your cues. So the next question is, what does my Creator want from me? Because I may want something for me that my Creator, God, does not want for me. And how do I deal with disappointment? How did you teach your children, or how did your parents teach you how to accept a different path, disappointment, a new way to think about it, maybe a different path that you didn't hope for yourself, but perhaps maybe is what was intended for you? And when I say intended for you by your Creator, I would have never picked this being in the classroom with you. I would have never known that this was even a possibility for me had I not said yes to the invitation. This was not my path. I didn't think it was, but not only was it my path, but it has saved my life. And I hope that in us learning and growing together, that somehow it has saved your life too. Because there's so many things that we want, but we're unwilling to do whatever it takes to do it. Are you in that place right now where there are some decisions you have to make, some things you've got to do without, some choices that are going to possibly terminate your employment? There's a lot of devastation out there. There's a lot of fear. And that fear is the number one way to control you. So how about if you give that fear up? What if you say, today, I'm going to create a plan with the God creator who created me, I'm going to create a plan today. Maybe not in this hour, but I will take this hour and I will mull it over and absorb it and pray about it and see, where does God want me? So I came up with some tips for you to start the process of figuring out, who am I? Who are you? So the first thing I want to encourage you is to be curious. Be curious about who you are. And I'm not saying, who do people want you to be? I'm not saying, who do you think you are? I'm just saying, truly, just sit with yourself, with your notebook and pen, and ask God, who am I? Who am I in your eyes? And wait and listen. Wait and listen. And if in that voice you hear, you're dumb, you're fat, you're ugly, you're old, you'll never amount to much, you're unlovable, that is not the voice of God. That is the voice of your ego. And ego is edging God out. So if you're hearing things of what you will never be or you will never do, then just know that that is not the voice of your creator. Your creator would say something like this: you're my child, and I love all my children. You're special, you're loving, you're kind, you're creative. Your voice matters. You're intuitive. Who am I? Write it down. Write who you are. And then you can even say, what do you want of me? Who do I need to become to create what I want? Because you see, it's so easy for us to see what other people can be and other people's faults are and why you're not enough, because they make you feel, she makes you feel, he makes you feel. That's not what I am asking you today. I am asking you to sit quietly in silence and listen to that voice within you that you have shut down because there's so much noise in the world. And that noise is laced with fear. Fear of people, consequences for getting the shot, fear of consequences for not getting the shot, fear of consequences of losing their job, fear of not being enough, fear of whatever it is, fill in the blanks. What do I have to become to create that of how God sees me? And this is not about shame. This is not about blame. This is about oneness with God. And if God is not your higher power, then oneness with your creator. At this point, it doesn't matter to me who you call your creator, but I would say that our creator wants what's best for us. And just like we want what's best for our children, God wants even more, because God sees the past, the present, and the future. We only see what we think we see, and we only see the now if we're seeing it without filtration, with our non-filtered vision. So then I want you to write down whatever you receive. And I'm telling you right now, again, if it's anything but kindness and beauty, then start over. That is not the voice of your creator. Your creator is your biggest cheerleader. Your creator is the most loving voice you will hear in your head. The one that says, I believe in you. I created you perfect. And I believe you will do great things because I am with you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. Then I want you to make sure that you find what you love. Is it art? Is it creativity? Is it numbers? Is it, just getting dressed up and doing your hair just in a different way, or coloring your hair purple? Whatever it is, what do you love? What do you love? What are you passionate? And again, I'm not going to sit here and wait for you to get all these answers, but I write it down so that you in your own time, and text me, let me know if some of these questions and some of these answers that you heard from a divine place. And by the way, prior to doing this, just thank God. Thank God, or your creator, for giving you this information. Allow it to permeate with you. Because if you say, oh, I'll never hear the voice of God in me, you won't. I promise you, you won't. But if you say, I am ready to receive, I'm ready to hear your voice, then you will. Give it some time. Perhaps it's been 80 years, or perhaps it's been 25 years since you've heard that voice. Perhaps it's been a week. Just stop, be quiet, and listen. And then find, what do I love? What makes my heart just soar? What makes my spirit smile? What makes my heart expand? Write it down. Write all those things down. Figure that out. So find out what you're passionate about. And if you can't figure it out, there's always plan B, or plan Z, depending on how you've looked at it and how much you've tried. Go to someone who's a mentor and say, what do you see in me? Now, don't do this because you want to be flattered. Do this because you're curious as to how other people see you. Because if you do not if you don't value how you see yourself, perhaps there's a mentor. And when I say a mentor, this is a person who encourages you, who believes in you, who knows that you can do great things. That's the person, not the person that's like critical, like, who do you think you are? You tried for that and you failed and failed and failed again. No, the mentor says to you, but you got up. Even if you failed, you got up and you tried it again. And if you failed again, you got up and you tried it again. And you look back at your life and you go, man, I figured out 100 ways how not to do this. Yay. Now I know how to do it because this works best for me. That's the kind of person that you verify. Perhaps maybe there's some things, maybe when you say this, or maybe when you do that, or maybe the way you're eating is sabotaging you. The way that you're seeing the world, the way you're seeing men, or the way you're seeing women is sabotaging you. Ask, what can I do different? How can I do this different? Because maybe right now you're not ready to hear the voice of the Creator, but perhaps maybe the Creator will bring someone who is loving and empowering, and that will help you and point you towards the Creator. See, my job is not to save you. My job is to point you to God. And my God is Jesus Christ. And also 1 and 3. All 3 in 1. Okay, so again, go to that person that best supports you. Not the yes person, oh, you're great, or you're great, or you're great. No, the person who says, when you say things like this, it pushes people away. Or when you do this way, it could be done in a different way to save you more time. Whatever. I'm just giving you like what if scenarios. I have no idea what your what if is. But take this information as you write down. And if you're saying, I just don't know how to do this, I feel uncomfortable with myself, then just sit in silence and increase your time. The next time, you just bring your piece of paper and bring your pen and just sit there and just allow God to speak to you and be willing to listen and receive. Because what was the voice of God wasn't in the hurricane, it wasn't in the storm, it wasn't in the thunder, it wasn't in all the noise. The voice of God was in the silence. So are you giving yourself permission to sit in the silence and listen? Not only listen, be like a scribe, write everything down. I could just imagine the disciples when they were following Jesus, just writing everything down. Did he just say that? Oh my God, let me just write this down. Because you know it's important. And please, 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 teach your children about God. Because Hollywood is teaching them about Satan. And if you don't teach them about God, Hollywood will teach them, and the media and the world will teach them about Satan. So that's just an awareness that happened to me just recently. Teach your children while they're young. And even if they are not young and they've gotten into their teens, bring them to that place where they learn about God. Because if you want to be depressed, if you want to be anxious, try living your life on your own with nobody, with nothing to help and serve you. So who do you want to be? What do you want to be? Those are some of the questions that you can ask yourself. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little break. And the reason why I want to take a little break is because I want to tell you about the classroom. I want to tell you about the classroom, and then I'm going to tell you how you can win the 2 prizes that we have that we're going to be giving away. As you know, the classroom has been under attack. It's been garbled up with the algorithms. And I ask you every time we come on, and for those of you who think my intro is too long, I've got to let you know that this is the game that's being played. The algorithms are garbling up the classroom. This information is being suppressed and censored. So we've had to figure out different ways to get the word out. But the number one way is for your help. And there's different ways that you can help. You can help with your time, your talent, your treasure. Go to whenyouneedafriend.com. Subscribe, always subscribe. That way you'll have all the links of the teachers. You'll have all the information that's going on in the classroom. And hopefully we'll be able to continue being able to share this information long after I believe we can. And so while you're there, please not just subscribe, but like me and follow me on all social media. Part of the giveaway that we're doing is you're going to be a part of that, where you get to tag and you get to share and you get to tell all your friends about the classroom. Because again, I've said this to you, and I've said this, the person who is here before you today is not the person who started the radio show. It is not. I am a totally different person, and I have a lot of room to grow. I am not done growing, and I hope you never give up on that. I hope that just because you have a diploma or whatever doesn't mean that you are done growing. And I hope that you truly feel, I can learn more. I can learn more. But what's the more? What's the foundation of that more? Are you going to learn more about the devil or evil in this world? Or do you want to learn how God wins? So I want to encourage you to, like I said, go to whenyouneedafriend.com and be a part of that. Check out my sponsor, Dr. Jennifer Grameth, figure out ways to support her as she's supporting the classroom, as well as the pharmacy in Merritt Island. The pharmacy in Merritt Island has stood by the classroom for probably 8 years, just supporting the classroom. They don't ask for anything. But I will tell you that if you mention my name in Merritt Island, if you go to Ross Clark of the pharmacy, and of course you can ask for Maria, I love Maria as well, they will give you 20% off your order. And they are working towards compounding, and so that things can be topical as opposed to taking them orally. And there are powers that be that are trying to stop them. So as soon as they get that all put together, I want Ross to come on, but they'll give you 20% off your entire purchase the first time you go there. And also my affiliate sponsors, Keep Me Safe Organics. I've talked about how women put over 120 chemicals on their skin before they leave their home in the morning. And this is a product that I have in my Shop Now bag. It's all natural, no synthetics, and most of it is organic. When I say most of it, some things cannot be made organic because they're from the earth. Minerals you can't make organic. So, but I say most because all of it is organic. And if you put Lily 10, you will get 10% off your entire order. And that's as many times as you go in there. And we have First Alternative Care. We have ground therapy and brain tap that you can get through my Shop Now bag. And you can get free brain tap for, I think it's like 30 days or 15 days. So you can go check it out. And there is products that will help you be pain-free, like Avazia. If you mention my name, then you get a free shipping, which could be a huge gift for you. And of course, the B3 bands will built my muscles with. I've given up on my muscles. And so until I found the B3 bands or they found me, I'm so excited about that. So check out my sponsors and figure out ways that you can support the classroom. That's another way that you can support the classroom, is by purchasing through my website. And last but not least, you as an enrolled student in the classroom can donate $1 to $1,000 a month, whatever you can. You can go to BitChute and click the $ and donate through there. We're trying to make it as easy as possible. So before I tell you what we're going to do with the workshop, I want to address our limiting beliefs, how we use certain words to just say, I'm going to dismiss it. I'm going to dismiss this. I'm not going to look into it. And we'll use words like conspiracy or new age, or we'll use words like, I don't know, you tell me some of the words that you use, like it's not real. It's not true. That could never happen. Those are words that we use to make ourselves right about not wanting to learn more about what it is. So just recently I had Carol Howe in the classroom, and that was the first time anyone had mentioned New Age to me for the classroom, because to me, love, unconditional love, can only come from God. And when you're learning about love, even if you don't say God, to me, God is love. And so for me to say, oh, that's New Age, I don't want to learn about it, I think you're missing out on, potentially learning some of the lessons within there. You may not buy the whole thing, but you may benefit from learning about love, unconditional love, the kind of love that we only experience from our Creator and from people who are trying to imitate in our Creator in heaven. So another word is conspiracy. That's a conspiracy. I don't believe that. Oh yeah, but you'll believe lies. And as you know, I've said this before, that in the classroom, that in 1981, William Casey says we will know that he's a CIA director. We will know that our disinformation program is a success when everything the people believe in the people believe in the United States, anyone who believe in the United States, and I believe the world, that we believe is true, is a lie. So everything that we believe is false. So that was a program, a disinformation program. These are the lies that we've bought into. And as Dr. Lorraine Day says, because I used to be upset that we were compared to sheep. I am not a sheep. I'm not a sheep, I tell you. But she lovingly showed me, because she is one of my mentors, she lovingly showed me that the sheep are meant to follow the shepherd, the good shepherd. They only follow the voice of the shepherd. And I was listening to a story not too long ago about a shepherd that had gone away and had this other person tending the sheep. And they told the person, the shepherd told the help, the hired hand or whatever, the person who was going to tend the sheep while he was gone, how to speak to the sheep, the names, how to conduct themselves, the plan, what the routine was, everything. And do you know, the sheep did not listen. They knew the voice of their shepherd. So because we have modern technology, the person called the shepherd and said, tell me again, I must be doing something wrong. They're not listening to me. And he said, okay, do this, do this. He would try to do it, nothing. So the shepherd thought, put me on speakerphone. Put him on speakerphone. And the shepherd started speaking really loud. And the sheep turned around and went into the pen when it did exactly what the shepherd was asking them to do. What is the voice in your head? And what are the things that are attracting you and keeping you from the true shepherd? And so one of the things that we discuss in the classroom is the fact that we have past traumas. This is documented. This is not a conspiracy theory and is not New Age. It is documented that when you experience trauma, and where's my trauma sheet? It's right here. I hope I don't tear it. I hope I don't tear it. Okay, here's my trauma sheet. This is a course I took on medical intuition, and I use when I coach people because it tells you different parts of your body where your traumas go to. These are healing centers, which some people call chakras, and some people call them New Age. Well, whether you want to call them a healing center, a chakra, whatever it is, but if you call it a New Age, then you will not learn about this. Sometimes, like I said, this misinformation program, they mix truth with lies, but it is all a lie. And so if you know where your pain is in your body or what is going on in your life that's causing a dis-ease, and here's the physical, okay, hold on a second. This is the physical, the symptoms, and this is the emotional. What caused the physical is start with the emotional. And for some people, they'll say, I don't believe it. That is New Age. Well, go to PubMed.gov and check out the emotional component of disease. They have discovered that people that go to the ER, and this is allopathic research now. This is not someone like me that actually values this information as spirit, mind, and body. And that's another thing, spirit, mind, and body. Oh, that's New Age. Well, if you're not connected to your body, then what is that? What is that? What is that? So I'm asking these questions so that you yourself can say, I've been disconnecting to my body, because if God is in me, I must be connected to that spirit, not mind, body alignment. So if you have a diagnosis right now and you're taking medication, that is right there, to me, New Age. I'm not saying that if you're taking medication, you're a New Age. I'm saying that you believe that one pill can solve everybody's problems. The reality is we are uniquely created. Uniquely created. My traumas may be different than your traumas, but they're just as important and in deep in the body, if you've been abused, if you've been abandoned, if you've gone through divorce, the first 7 years of your life, for me, it was 10, the first 10 years of your life, everything you see, you record, and that becomes your subconscious mind. And those are the thoughts in your head that keep going over and over and over again. 90% of your thoughts are repetitive. 80% of your thoughts are negative. And I learned that with Dr. Bruce Lipton. He was in the classroom, and oh my gosh, did he open my eyes. So all those, oh, that's whatever, put a name on it. That means I am not open, as opposed to I'm curious to learn more about that. You mean that if I help my body heal these past traumas, some of these diseases will go away, and I give myself nutritious food, and I give myself plenty of water, and I give myself plenty of rest, and my God, my goodness, you have to do a lot of stuff, but well worth it. If the root cause of dis-ease is an emotional trauma, and I'm not saying it's in your head, I'm saying it's stored in your body, and that manifests dis-ease. Deal with the trauma, release the dis-ease. Or can I say that again? Release the symptom. Because what we call a symptom, the medical profession, allopathic profession, calls a dis-ease. Oh, there's a pill for that. Here you go. Thank you very much. That'll be $130, please. That's what happens to us. So I am I am co-hosting an event with Dr. Bradley Nelson, who as a chiropractor saw that the problems that the people had was more emotional than it was physical. Yes, there was a physical symptom, but there was emotional trauma. So he worked at creating a system for himself that he later on, and it starts with prayer and it ends with prayer to God. So one could say that's New Age. That's fine. You have every right to say that is New Age. But what is New Age? So I looked it up. What is New Age? Let's see. New Age is a range of spiritual or religious practices and beliefs. Doesn't everybody have a range of spiritual or religious practices and beliefs? But if my religious belief is different than yours, I'm going to poo-poo you. I'm not saying that this is the end all be all, but for some people, it will be. So Dr. Bradley Nelson is coming to Cocoa Beach, Florida, which I am just a stone throw away from Cocoa Beach, Florida. And we're doing a workshop on November 6th. It's called The Emotion Code. So we are creating a campaign to create this event. And we're giving away 1 seat. Are you listening? Are you receiving this information? So he helps us release some of this emotional baggage that is in our body. You know that you have it. I know that I still have it. And it's like peeling the layer of an onion. But it's being okay with it. It's being okay. Like, I know that I've got this inside of me, and I need to release it. Release it out there so that nobody has to deal with the side effects, which is anger, depression, whatever it is that is your side effect for that trauma that is in you. And it doesn't have to be that you were, like some people say, well, I wasn't molested. I had a happy childhood. I'm very self-assured. I just can't find somebody, or I just can't find the right job, or I'm just not happy, or I'm depressed, or I'm anxious, but it has nothing to do with my past trauma. Well, let me ask you, are you divorced? Are you happy in your marriage? Did you have issues with your parents? Do you have issues with your children? Do you have issues in your body? Do you have issues with, your neighbor? Are you impatient? Can you just not tolerate somebody else's difference of opinion? Oh boy, perhaps maybe there's something in there you might need to look at and be curious about it. Be lovingly curious about it. So Dr. Bradley Nelson developed this way to hone in, let your body tell you what's going on. That is the emotion code. That is the emotion code. So here's the deal. We're giving away in 6 days, which is, let's see, when is 6 days from now? I think it's the 12th. Gosh, I thought I had written it down. Perhaps I did, perhaps I didn't, but I just not seeing it. Yes, the 12th. So it is the 12th. We are going to effort at 11 p.m. 11 a.m. every day, right before the class for the next week, whether it's a watch party or a class. Brooke is going to post a graphic. If you want to get your name in the winner's basket, you need to like the post, share it in your own social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, then tag your friends on mine. So that'll, when you tag your friends on when you need them at Lillian McDermott radio show classroom, Lillian's radio show, when you tag your friends, the more you tag, your name will go in. As many times as you tag your friends and share, your name will be added to the winner's basket. So if you enter 100 names, your name will be entered 100 times. And then on the 12th, we will select one name. Now you must be physically willing or able to come to the live event. We also have something planned for another, but this is the only seat that we're giving away. The other one is going to be an opportunity to go to come on the show and meet Dr. Nelson. So that, oops, I slipped, I shared. Okay, so make sure you tag like today we posted something before the class. So share, tag, and that means you tag on ours, share on your page, and tag on my page. You can tag underneath yours as well, but we need to be able to know that how many people you've tagged so that we can put your name down. And the people that you've tagged can tag their friends too. So what we want to do is we want to make people aware that this is an opportunity for you to learn this process. It's a tool. It's a tool. You can call it whatever you want. I'm not going to convince you that it is or it is not New Age. It's up to you. But to me, being able to use a tool to heal. Now, I can ask God to heal me and to get rid of it and continue eating the way I do, continue thinking the way I do, continue, gossiping the way I do, continue whatever it is that I'm doing that's hurting my body, self-negative talk, that I'm not working with God, I'm working against God. So that is the contest that we are doing for the next 6 days. The second contest that we have will be tomorrow. So if you haven't done so already, you've got to text me or email me at lily@whenyouneedafriend.com is the email. Text me at 407-373-5959 if you want to win Isla Hall's giveaway. Beautiful Isla. She donated one New Truth series, Book of Revelation, for someone who really wants it. Now, if you live out of the country, you do have to pay for postage. But if you live in the United States, postage is included. Okay, so there are 12 discs. This is what God says about the end of times. Whose voice are you going to listen to? Now, even in the Bible, there are mistranslations and the opinion of the person who's translating the script. So this will guide you with Dr. Lorraine Day, who has studied the Book of Revelation and the time that the world is going through. And this is full of pearls. So if you want a chance to win, tomorrow Dr. Day is going to be in the classroom and we're going to pick. She's going to pick. I'm going to ask her to pick a number from 1 to how many participants in this giveaway. So if you haven't done so, you better start texting me at 407. Oh, there we go. 407-373-5959. Okay, so let's see. If you have a private question about what I talked about today, about getting to know yourself and truly just just clean yourself out. Just make yourself sparkly. Stop hiding from the shame and fear and blame that is in your body that isn't supporting you. Maybe you used it to protect you when you were a child, but it just doesn't support you anymore. So just know that if you've been wanting the disc of the DVD for Dr. Lorraine Day's New Truth series, Book of Revelation, Isla Hall has donated one for you. Now, in the future, Isla Hall also donated the book of Exodus, or the Exodus, the 100 plus lessons from the Exodus. And that, I have to tell you, we're now at the point where the graphics have been sent. We're waiting for the actual to review the DVD. So once we receive the DVD, then we'll start shipping them to you for those of you who purchased the 100 plus lessons from the Exodus. I am beyond thrilled because, listen, the Exodus is exactly what we're experiencing right now. We are in bondage. We're in bondage. And the Israelites were in bondage by the Egyptians. And this is their journey, their 40-year journey from Egypt to the promised land. It could have taken 3 weeks. It could have taken 3 weeks. But because of the disobedience, because once we hear the voice of the shepherd, we trust and obey. But if it's the false shepherd, or if it's the imposter that comes from the back gate, so that when wolves come to eat you, they scatter, they run away. They're not there to protect you. The good shepherd, how long did the good shepherd look for the one lost sheep? However long it takes. However long it takes. So I want to encourage you that if you haven't done so already, because I have some great names on this list, I've got them right here. And Dr. Day tomorrow, at the end of the class, she's going to draw, or she's going to give me a number. She has no idea who is in what the order, but as I get them, whatever order I get them, that's where I put them in, and that's your number. And so she calls out a number, and I will read out the name of the winner. So there's a lot going on. And the New Truth series, I Am the Solution, the next workshop is the weekend of January 14th, 15th, and 16th. So we already made the date. So there's a lot of different things. Dr. Levy is going to do a workshop as well with the classroom, and we're getting that ready. We also have a gallbladder liver cleanse. We're going to talk about that with Dr. Grameth soon, and we're trying to finalize everything, but we're going to be doing that the second weekend of November, I believe, is when the cleanse will start. So right before the holidays, you'll have a nice little cleansed body so that you can enjoy of the holiday season and celebrate with those you love the most. So today, have I said something that has worked for you, that made you think? Has it made you angry? Whatever it is, I am grateful that at least you listened. Now it's up to you to say, I've received it or I have not received it. I'm going to call you a name, a conspiracy theorist, a new ager, or whatever. I am a Christian who believes in God, Jesus Christ, but I'm also open to know that Jesus breathed into the nostril of his disciples and said, you will do this and more. What's the this and what's the more? Are you curious? This isn't about don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. This is, I am empowering you to be your own healer. You will do this and more. So are you ready? Are you open? Do you want to learn new truths? Are you going to label it? Whatever you want to do, I just hope that you are honest with yourself. Find your voice, find your truth. Don't repeat what I say, but consider learning more about it. And if at all, if it's something that is against what you're saying or what your belief, find out what is that belief. Did that belief start from somebody telling you that this is truth? Or did you research it and know it's the truth? So either way, I am excited. We have the 2 giveaways. We have now make sure that if you want to be a part of Dr. Nelson's The Emotion Code, you must make your way back to Florida. So if you live in Florida, or if you want to drive to Florida or fly to Florida, we have people coming from all over, which I'm so excited, and so is Dr. Bradley Nelson, to this live event on November 6th of 2021. And then tomorrow, we're giving away this cute little baby. And so I hope that you take advantage of all the learning and the gifts and lessons that we are sharing in the classroom. And please remember, I'll be right here waiting for you, and I will be reading your cues if you have any questions in the Teacher's Pet Corner. Please remember, I'll be right here waiting for you. This is Lillian McDermott wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever.
The opinions and advice expressed on the Lillian McDermott radio show are intended for the individual callers and guests on the program and are presented to our wider audience solely for general educational purposes. Please act responsibly and consult personally with your own medical, psychological, or nutritional expert before taking any steps to improve your life.
Okay, I need to take a drink of water before we start. I did not look down because sometimes or all the time when I'm speaking to you from my heart. I'm not speaking to you from my head. Yes, I know more or less what I want to say, but I say to God, I'm putting myself aside and I am going to listen to what you have to say, and I'm going to say it. That's the connection. And I trust that God will give me what I need when I need it at the time it's the most important. And I really do believe that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So if you're listening to this broadcast or broad class, there's a reason for it. Figure out what it is for you. And if something I said bothered you, that's okay. Research it, sit with it. Why did it bother me? See, that is the best time to heal, is when you say, why did that bother me? Instead of reacting a certain way, just ask, why did I feel the need to defend myself? Why was it that I felt that? And if you start journaling, or if you start listening to the voice of your creator, and again, I told you what that voice sounds like. It doesn't sound like, you stupid idiot. That is not the voice of the creator. It sounds, my loving child, or my dear, sweet child. That's the voice of the creator. That's the tone. So whatever comes after my loving, sweet child, that's the voice of the creator. But just be careful that you're not pushing your own agenda. Step aside and just know that you're going to tune in to the voice of your creator. That's the voice that I love in my head and that I welcome in my head. Okay, so let me see. Do we have any cues? I don't have any cues, but can tell you that I, a few years back, received the world's complete global internet. I do not know. I think that is not Christine. The world's complete global internet. Okay, I don't know what that is about. Okay. I am going to. Okay, so someone took advantage of the time, and I'll have to, anytime you post a link, just know that I need to review it before I allow you to post on there. So I'll have to take a look at that. So Ruth, the truth will become a lie and the lie will become a truth. That's right. If you are open to really looking at the other side of whatever it is that you are looking at, not just because everybody else is doing it, but because it resonates in you, or because you know it's the right thing to do. Because sometimes it's hard to do the right thing. And even if you do the right thing, you still might get hurt, but you did the right thing. I don't know what I'm being called to in whatever's happening in this world, but I've already said that to my husband. I know I will have to do it. I know that the obedience must come once you learn these truths. I was sharing with my friend Karen. I was saying, this weekend there was a feast of sugar in my house, a feast of sugar. And, it's like, although I don't eat any sugar, I took a small little morsel of it and you just get hooked right away. Understand that it's designed that way. And sugar is the most inflammatory thing you could put into your mouth. And it doesn't have to be this white powdery granules. It could be white bread, white rice, white starches. I have a mentor, Dr. Deacon Al Castellana, may he rest in peace. He said to me, like, he would have he would call it his 30-pound turkey. And he would have a gut. He was a normal size, but he would have this gut. And he would say that he had this 30-pound or 20-pound turkey on his in him. And all he didn't have anything white, and his stomach would go down. But then he would go back and he would eat again. You see, it's not don't eat it until you lose the weight. It's don't eat it ever. Well, I fell out of the ever, and it was even within the good range. It was organic and it was all, but it still had sugar in it. And let me tell you, I'm still paying for it. Not worth it. Because once you get your body and it's free of all this chemicals and processing, and like when I make my ice cream, it has module dates, but frozen bananas and frozen cherries or strawberries, or I'll put vanilla bean powder, or or whatever, or cacao nibs if I want that chocolatey taste to it. But I can't have it late at night because I can't sleep. So, you get to know your body. You get to know your body. If I'm going to have something sweet, it's going to be natural. It's not going to be processed. Well, we're all human and we all fall. But the beauty of it is that we can get back up again. And the next minute be like New Year's Day, like the countdown on New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to go, oh, I can't believe I hate this. I am so awful. I'm so ugly. I'm so fat. I'm so stupid. I can't believe. No, that doesn't support you. You ate it. It was good. Now we're done. Okay. So let me see if there are any other questions. And you know what? There is someone from somewhere, and I don't know where you're from, but I will tell you that I love your hearts and I love your prayers, but I don't know what language you speak. And I would love to learn more. Where are you from? And so I cannot pronounce your name because I don't know how to read your language, but I would love to know how to pronounce it, or where you're from. But anyway, thank you so much for the love and the prayer hands. So thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. I always love. And Anna, thank you so much. The triggers. Yeah, you got some triggers. I receive it. Good, good. You see, I was taught to receive. Now you were taught to receive. See, this is when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And she said it enough because I was tough on her. And she said it enough that I thought, you know what? I get it. She's receiving it. That's all I need to say. I just need to say it once. So I don't have to repeat myself because she's getting it. So if you want to, so before we go, thank you so much for watching today. I'm really excited for every time we get to do this. I'm going to post this on repost on my Nutru series. But remember, we're giving away the Book of Revelation DVD. So if you have felt that online was too expensive or the DVD was even more expensive, there's an opportunity for you to have the DVD. Now, if you don't want to pay for the shipping, we can do a free online. So there's ways to do this. It's still in honor of Isla Hall and her donation. Okay, so with that in mind, I am going to go ahead and say goodbye. Oh, and then the second one is keep an eye out for the emotion code. And if you are able to come to Florida on November 6th, Saturday, November 6th, you will be able to have a free seat. But you know what you need to do: tag, like, tag, share. The more you tag, The more you share, you need to let us know, because sometimes your pages are private, but let us know that you shared on this page or you shared on that page, and then we'll put that name. You'll put that name. So if you do this 100 times, we'll put your name 100 times. And if you're the only one who does it, guess what? Just make sure that you pack your bags because you're coming to Florida. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you much for listening, and continue to share this video with your friends. If you want them to learn, maybe you purchased the ticket and you want them to come with you, but they couldn't afford it. This is a way for them to try to get into the emotion code with Dr. Bradley Nelson. So I am excited, and I hope that tomorrow you win. I hope that tomorrow, whoever is going to go for this will win. So we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.